The next thing I'm going to do is describe the routing of the rear brake lines. I'm not going to show you the actual disconnecting of most of them unless I find something that is unique. I think I've shown all the techniques that I'll be using to take these apart. But this is the block that comes in from the line that comes from the front, from the brake distribution block, and it actually has two connections on it. This one here goes across the cross member in the back. Recall the bracket that holds this on was held on by one of the exhaust mounting bolts. There's another bracket to hold it on that's under here. That'll have to be disconnected. And again, on the passenger side, the one that was held by the exhaust mount. And it goes to a similar block as what was on the other side. And then it has the input to from the block on the driver's side over here, and it then has the rubber hose that goes to the rear wheel. I'm going to go around here. That's the block. It looks like it may be missing a clip because this is in there loose, but there is a hole in that bracket that has two flats on it that will keep that block from spinning as you disconnect the hose from it. And it's just a short hose that goes to the trailing arm, and it allows the flex that you need between the frame and the wheel. And then from that point on, it goes through another bracket and another hard line. It goes all the way back and loops around and screws into the bottom of the caliper back there. So the driver's side is similar. It goes from that block, rubber hose to the top of the trailing arm, and then another hard line back to the back end of the caliper. So I'm not going to show you me actually disconnecting all those things, but I just wanted to show where they're located. Okay, not any real big problems with anything there. The usual technique, just take the line, cut it, use a 3/8 socket in the case of these lines on there. One thing worth mentioning though is on the brake hoses, same technique for taking it off on the side, disconnect the fitting from the hard line, remove that clip, take it out of the bracket. But you have to do that first before you can unscrew it from this block, because the whole hose has to turn. So it's a 5/8 inch fitting on the hose, and I'm just using an open end wrench. And once you break it loose, you don't even need the wrench anymore. You can just turn the whole hose, and that comes out of that block. There you have it. And the block then just pops right out of there. See that groove there? It looks to me like there should be a clip holding that on. There wasn't on either side of this, but looks like there should be a clip there. There will be one when it goes back together. The only thing I have to do is disconnect that one bracket that is underneath of the differential mount there, and then that whole back brake line is off. That's in a bit of a tough place to get to, so I'm using the ratchet action open end wrench from Craftsman in order to take that off. It's the only wrench that actually would fit inside that differential mount. And since it kind of ratchets, the best way to go about this. So I'm going to finish taking that bolt off. It'll take me a minute or two, and the back end of the brake line will be off, and I think it's been about 10 or 15 minutes.